and that kind of Zen idea of accepting what is, and a lot of like Taoist philosophy as well of non-resistance, but it was popularized in the Western world, specifically with DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, a kind of therapy developed by Marsha Linehan. She's the one who started DBT, and she says that radical acceptance rests on letting go of the illusion of control and a willingness to notice and accept things as they are right now without judging, A good example of this is me accepting that there are motorcycles outside being oh so loud, but there is nothing for me to do about that aside from accept. Here, have some vitamin C. You're looking absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. And I don't want you to be hard on yourself if you find yourself struggling to accept what is, because trying to do so, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Radical acceptance asks you to acknowledge the present. Acknowledge the present. Be mindful of the situation that you are in, and bring a non-judgmental awareness, which can be hard because when something big or small in this situation, like breaking a nail, that's not ideal. That's not what I want to have happen. But it is the reality. It is the reality. And then you have to ask yourself, can I change this? Can I control this situation? No, I can't. There's nothing. I can't put my nail back on. I can't. And that's okay. When you let go of control, it is very, very freeing. Here, have some sunscreen. It's been sunny out. You want to protect your skin. I'm making sure you protect your skin. Yes, I am. But it is very freeing to let go of control, because girl, there is so much that we cannot control. We cannot control. I can't control, for instance, that my sunscreen is settling weird into my moisturizer, and it's causing it to pill up and be weird and uneven. I can't control that. But a big part of radical acceptance is letting go of judgment. Because there is no reason to negatively judge the present moment, because that's what's going on. Why would we judge something that we cannot change? That is only going to bring more suffering. A moment can be incredibly painful, but these moments become even more painful when you try to resist them, when you judge them, when you try to control them. It takes that pain and it compounds it into suffering. And girl, the world is full of so much suffering. We do not need to introduce any more suffering. interesting and helpful idea to view suffering as something that is a combination of pain, which is inevitable because life is hard and there are circumstances that we don't want at all. But when pain meets non-acceptance, that is really when we start to suffer. That is when we start to suffer. Carl Rogers, I don't know if you know Carl Rogers, but he is the kind of founder of humanistic or a client-focused approach to psychology and to therapy. And he wrote that the curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. Carl Jung, who's the founder of analytical psychology, he wrote a kind of famous line, I'm sure you've heard something to this extent, that what you resist not only persists, but it will grow in size, which is usually abbreviated to the what you resist persists. And I think that is totally true. I think that when we stop fighting what is, and we accept the reality that we are in, then that is when we can make an empowered choice to change, because it grounds ourselves in reality. When you are mindful and you are grounded in the true reality of what is, and you detach yourself from the shoulds, from the, oh, I should be this, I should be that, I wish things were different, it shouldn't be this way, this is unfair, I hate this is upsetting. When we let go from that kind of thinking and we acknowledge the facts, we are able to actually assess what is going on in a situation. Because when you are so wrapped up in the shoulds, in being frustrated with reality, we end up being blinded. We end up being blinded to our own power. Because in any moment, we do have a choice. We have the choice of how we want to respond. And that is a big choice. That is an incredibly big choice. Like, for instance, this eyebrow, ooh, girl, looks rough. Instead of being super upset about it, I'm taking a breath. I'm stepping back. What can I do? I can fix it. I can fix it. And with my nail, oh, what am I gonna do? Let a broken nail ruin my day? Honestly, I've had days where this has happened. I've had days where I broke a nail and I spiraled. Mama, I spiraled. But this is not the way. This is not the way. No, we don't do that. We choose acceptance. We choose acceptance even of the hard things, even of the things that we do not like, even of the things that upset us. And of course, this is easier said than done, especially when we're talking about bigger life things and not just a nail. You know what I mean? but it rings true. I think another really important part of radical acceptance is to make sure that we are not labeling and quantifying situations, emotions, people as good or bad, right or wrong. We want to get rid of that kind of black and white thinking, because that black and white thinking puts us in a box, and it kind of prevents us from acknowledging the thoughts and the feelings that we are having about a situation, because we're so caught up in oh, this is good, this is bad, and since this is bad, I feel bad. No. Take a step back. Take a step back, Diva, and let's look at things non-judgmentally, because it doesn't help us to demonize a situation or a feeling. Even when you feel bad, when you feel angry, when you feel sad, we can't continue to make the situation worse by doubling down on like, oh, I feel bad and that's bad. Because then guess what? You're just gonna feel even worse. You're gonna feel even worse. Part of life is dealing with the bad things, the uncomfortable things, and that it is okay and it is expected that you are going to have to deal with hard and uncomfortable emotions and situations. And that is okay. We can acknowledge the struggles, the hardships, the pain without letting it define the rest of our day and all of the other things that we are experiencing. Oh, that's a lot of blush. That's a lot of blush. That's cool. And this is something we are radically accepting. Did I want to put on this much blush? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That is not what I wanted. It's not. But I accept what is without resistance. You accept what is without resistance. I release what I cannot control. You release what you cannot control. I am doing the best I can, and that's enough. That's enough. I am not broken. I am not a problem. I am growing. You are not broken. You are not a problem. You are growing. Yes. I can feel my feelings without judgment. You can feel your own feelings without judgment. My emotions, my situations do not define me. Your emotions, your situations do not define you. We accept our thoughts, we accept our feelings, and we do so non-judgmentally. We greet every moment with a loving and positive awareness. And we know that this is not easy. We know that this takes work. We know that life is hard. We know that life is full of pain. And we also know that life is beautiful. We do. We know that life is complex and hard and challenging, and we also know that we are strong and we can handle it. We know that there are situations that we don't love. I don't love that I have a little breakout in between my eyebrows. I don't love that. It's not my favorite. But that is okay, because we greet each moment, we greet our situations, our minds, our thoughts, our spirits with loving acceptance, because that is what we deserve. That is what we deserve. Yes. So beautiful, so beautiful. Time for a little setting spray. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. We are able to accept the realities that we are in, no matter how hard, no matter how uncomfortable. We're just adding a little bit of liner, just a brown liner in the lower to like, comment, subscribe, and hit